Ladies, gentlemen, and NBs, it's me, Bondi. Art is something that is very important to me. I make art. I collect art. I even made a movie about art. You can check it out right here. You want? Wink, wink. Anyway, although I specialize in internet art, sometimes, like drawing itself, you need to take examples from real life, or in this case, museum art. So let's use this chance of a good morning, the day where flowers are blooming, birds are singing, to go to a museum near you. Oh yeah! There's gotta be a way to visit a museum from comfort of your own home, in a sort of the virtual tour of some sort. Aha! I found the culprit. Google Arts and Culture. Why am I British now? Crikey, that's not British, that's Australian, you dimwit. Google Arts and Culture is some sort of gestalt between Google Maps and an art encyclopedia. You can do street view like in a Google Maps, going through the museum, or you can just view all the art all together like a book with the encyclopedia option. And it seems that one of my favorite museums is in the list of museums that collaborated with Google to provide the art and content for Google Arts and Culture. So here's my top 5 flops and 3 flops from Musée de Orsay. Let's go! Let's go! Yahoo! It's me! Clark Newman! Musée d'Orsay is an interesting subject. It was once a train station and a hotel, but in the 80s it was converted to a museum. But about that later. Now it's time for number 5. St. Michael slaying the dragon. With number 5 comes St. Michael killing the dragon. St. Michael slaying the dragon is a copper statue. Copper plated statue, so it's pretty hollow inside and pretty light. It depicts, well, you guessed it, Saint Michael slaying a dragon. Saint Michael slaying a dragon is a pretty traditional concept. It goes to the year 324 when Emperor Constantinople killed Licinius, Lego. What interests me in this statue is the design of Michael himself. While traditionally Michael is depicted usually with robes, wings, maybe a hat, a sword, but in this statue he wears chainmail. He's got like a chainmail hat, a chainmail undershirt, a robe, and plated armor. He's got a freaking sunburst halo, like freaking Amaterasu or some Japanese stuff. Looks very SMT-ish. Looks very Shin Megami Tensei-ish. Although Shin Megami Tensei has your own Michael, which in fact is a more inferior Michael than Saint Michael, who is slaying the dragon. So props for you, Emmanuel Fermented Emmanuel, that guy Emmanuel, for making a timeless design of Michael with the pose of contrapposto. Contrapposto, which is a technique of drawing or sculpting or anything where the subject of the drawing is posed in a particular way that makes an S shape, which is pretty dynamic and eye appealing. Props for you. Again, kudos. Who says kudos anymore? Kudos for you, Emmanuel. Number 4, the Quai Saint Michel and Notre Dame. This one really caught me by surprise. If you just scroll past down it, it's just a pretty picture of a pretty painting. What is a picture? It's not a picture. It is a picture. with the painting. It's a pretty painting of the Notre Dame, but hold it, as in the Persona 5 hold it, or the Phoenix Wright hold it later. The painter, Maximilien Lucé, actually painted it with some sort of depth technique. Like, the people in the foreground are pretty solid with small brushstrokes, solid brushstrokes. And the Notre Dame in the background, he's this big ol' brush to point to the limit. So it looks like the Notre Dame is blurry because it's in the background. That's pretty cool. Never heard or seen that technique before. I think modern digital artists can take that technique easily, and they should, because it's a cool technique. Also, the colors are pretty nice. It divided the color as typical of the time. It's neo-impressionism, so the Notre Dame is pretty. Is it pretty cold or forgot? It's either of those, and the people are the opposite of that. If the Notre Dame is warm, the people are cold. If the people are cold, the Notre Dame is warm. So that's it. That's number 4. The Notre Dame. Number 3. Bondi Bonding de la Galette. This one really catches my eye. It's French tape. Actually, it's Bal du Moulin de Galette. It's the Galette painting. This painting is really cool. There's a lot of people, complex people doing the dance, and they're below a tree, and the tree's leaves cast shadows upon the people, and I think it's really cool. The artist Renoir really did a good job on that. It's a pretty advanced technique, and I think pretty hard to do it in traditional paints. I haven't tried it, only tried it in digital, which is pretty easy. Just do the multiply and erase some stuff. Yeah. But at the time, it was pretty panned by critics, that is, because it's pretty blurry if you see it from a certain way. I think truth be told, I don't really see it as blurry, but blurry works. Sometimes people see things blurry, and I think Renoir did a pretty progressive job and inclusive job, that is, to include people with, I don't know, tunnel vision or something. With minus eyes, you can't see, people who can't see far. Minus eyes, is that a thing? Is that a thing in English? Minus eyes. Who knows? Number 2, Dante and Virgil. Hey, it's me, I'm Dante. I'm crazy, funny pizza sort man. I'm Virgil. I'm Quantum Ranger from Power Rangers Time Force. No, we're not talking about those guys. No, not those Dante and Virgil, but this is Dante and Virgil, the actual people, not actually the religious people, Dante and Virgil. This painting here slaps. It slaps so hard. It's the biggest banger of all time. This is kind of cheating, since I first saw this painting when I went there in real life, but it's in the Google Arts and Culture website, so who cares? So anyway, this painting is a big bang, because you can see there's like 2 dudes brawling it out, and one goes like and you're just going because he's being bitten on, and it's pretty freaking cool. It's a cool pose. The guy's going like and the other guy looks like he's maybe enjoying it. Who knows? I don't judge. And you may think that these 2 guys are Dante and Virgil, like the ones duking it out, but no, those are just people in hell. The Dante and Virgil are the guys who like, ooh, They're like disgusted by these people duking it out. And there's, if you look closely, I just noticed it when I look at it online, but there's like a funny skeleton man up here, like next to Dante and Virgil. He's like, hey guys, what's up? It's a really funny skeleton man. Why is he here? Who is he? Why isn't funny skeleton man in a video game? Maybe he is. Maybe he is Red Arimer from hit video game Ghouls and Goblins. Who knows? But anyway, back to the painting. The lighting is pretty freaking amazing. The light really captures, it spotlights actually on the people duking it out. Like it's the center of intention. While Dante and Virgil, although they're the namesake in the title of the painting, they're sidelined to the side by making them darker. I think this is chiaroscuro. Chiaroscuro, if you don't know, is a technique mostly used by that guy who I forgot. I will put the name here. It starts with a G. Gargamel. Yes, Gargamel. Gargamel the painter used this technique a lot in his paintings to make it look dramatic, and it really does. But in his paintings, in traditional chiaroscuro, it's usually a black background, but in this painting, it's pretty red. So I don't know, is this chiaroscuro? Maybe it is, but who knows? But anyways, this is a cool painting. I like it a lot. You can say it's smoking sexy style. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the Dante painting was with by William Bourgeois. William Bourgeois. Yeah, that guy. Number 1, mystery. At number 5, we have the museum itself. Musée d'Orsay. It was built by Victor Leroux in the year 1900 for the Universal Fair. So it's kinda, sorta, can be taken as an art piece itself. Kinda how the Eiffel Tower was also a fair thing, fair work, fair stuff. Yeah. Anyway, the train station at the time was really innovative because of its glass ceiling and ramps. That's right, ramps. 90-degree plates in 1900s. Pretty nice, actually. It was an electric train station, so by the time of steam engines, it became obsolete because steam can't go through glass, I think, or something like that. And by the year 1960s, it became almost abandoned, and in 1970, ideas of turning it into a museum floated around the French government, and it became a reality in 1986. It's now a good, but can I say the word? Good behind. It was a good museum. It's pretty cool, pretty nice. When I first visited it in the year 2019, I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. There's like arches, and this typical clock for the train station is still there. Also, the displays. I forgot to talk about the display of the Dante and Virgil one, but the display was pretty cool. It's like in red room, an all red room, in contrast to some of the museum's blue rooms. So in the Dante room, it matches the aesthetic of the painting of how they're in hell, and the room's red, and hell is associated with red because fire and blood and all those sorts of things. So it matches, and I think they did a really good job at the display in general. And also, oh yeah, I forgot that. Speaking of blue, the Van Gogh stuff in the third floor, second floor, I forgot, was also blue, as typical with Van Gogh paintings. Anyway, the museum pretty nice. Yes, there's a cafe there. I drank that funny internet meme tea, Arizona tea, and the gift shop's pretty neat. That's it for number 5 of my tops. And now for the flops. Number 3, Julie Manet. If you believe good artists can't make bad art, then you're wrong. Do you remember that Renoir guy? He had Gallet guy. He made this one. You might think this is just a cute picture. There's again. There's the picture. The painting. A cute painting of a cat. Although yes, that is a pretty cute cat. But if you pan it up a little bit, then my god. What happened here? She looks like a cartoon character getting squished by an anvil. Why? How did this happen, Runar? You're better than this. I mean, who told you this was okay? And it gets worse. And actually, if you search it up, this painting was a commission by a father who wanted a painting of his daughter. And when he got this painting, and I quote, he said, "By doing round faces, Renoir produces flower pots." Flower pots! Imagine comparing your daughter to a flower pot because a painter decides to make a pancake from your daughter. Renoir! Get it together! You're gooder than this. Get good. Where's your skill? Number 2, the Bathverse. I saw this one when I was scrolling down the encyclopedia, and it really piqued my interest because it's weird. Maybe it's really eye-catching, but not in a good way. The shading's like almost pillow shading. Maybe pillow shading, if you don't know, is a technique of shading where the artist just shaded whatever without a specific light source. Yeah, like a pillow maybe. Yeah, but in this painting they shaded with a really dark brown, while the skin has really light highlights, but only on the faces and maybe the body. I kind of forgot really, and it doesn't work in a way. It made it seem like it's a photo with flash turned on, and you know how terrible those look. Maybe it's an achievement since they replicated Flash before Flash been even invented. So good for you. Who made this? Renoir. Number 1, Mystery. If you saw this, you wouldn't think of any problem. Oh, that's a pretty good drawing, a painting of Missy at her dressing table. Why do I say dining table? But look at her arm. It looks like jelly arm. The rest of it's good. It's only that's one arm that's not good. Arms don't do like that. Who made this? Valton? Felix Valton? I see you. I see you skipping anatomy. That's not how you do arms, unless Bondi, that's his style. You can't judge his style. That's not his style. If it's his style, the other arms gotta be jelly too. Why the other arms gotta be rock solid and the other one jelly arm like that? Everything's good. Actually, everything besides the arm is pretty excellent. I like the very thin lines and the very defined shadows. below the arm. That's pretty good. And the flat face, I can live with it. I've seen it work well in some styles. In this style, yeah, pretty okay. But the arm though, the arm sucks. Sorry to say, Felix, if that's even your real name. Felix Fire Emblem. And that's my 5 tops and 3 flops from Musée the Orsay as seen from Google Arts and Culture. I gotta say, it's pretty entertaining website. If you're in the mood for some art, then check it out. It's on Google, it's free. You can access it on your laptop, your phone maybe, your tablet definitely. And that's why I rate this. Wait a second. This is part of video where there's like a funny PNG character. I didn't go like. Actually. Musée the Oarfish. What? Not funny? Not funny enough for you? Okay. I leave. Hey guys, it's me Bondi, and just gonna say thanks for watching through the entire video, and keep on subscribing for more content. Maybe in the future, maybe I'll review some games, maybe I'll review cats, who knows in these weird times. So anyway, Makoto best girl.